Max-Hervé George, born on March the 28th, 1989, is a notable figure in the realms of entrepreneurship and property development, hailing from Metz, France. He currently serves as the chairman and CEO of Icona Capital, and previously co-founded and held the CEO position at Ultima Capital Group. Despite his French roots, George spent a significant period in Switzerland before relocating to London, United Kingdom, where he is presently based. Apart from his ventures in entrepreneurship and property development, Max-Hervé George is renowned for his management of a distinctive financial investment instrument known as the life insurance contract, a court connu. This involvement has led to an enduring legal battle with the insurer Aviva. Max-Hervé George, born in March 1989, is the youngest member of his family and spent his formative years in Metz, France, alongside his brother and sister. Even from a tender age, George displayed a keen fascination with economics and finance, foreshadowing his future endeavors. Following the completion of his baccalaureate in economics at the Institut Pilater de Rosières in 2008, George embarked on his academic pursuits at the University of Paris, where he pursued studies in law. However, in 2010, he made the decision to depart from university to concentrate on his initial forays into entrepreneurship, particularly in the realms of real estate investments and private equity. At the age of 7, Max-Hervé George received a remarkable gift from his father, a life insurance contract that seemed to possess magical powers. This contract, akin to a time-traveling ticket, allowed George to make investments with the benefit of perfect hindsight, steadily accumulating wealth week after week. The essence of this financial magic lies in the unique features of the life insurance contract. Now 25, George has spent years battling in the French courts to safeguard the extraordinary benefits it offers. With its potential, George could amass $1 billion fortune by the end of the decade, surpassing even the value of the insurance giant Aviva France, which underwrites the contract. However, behind the facade of this financial marvel lies a tale of profound folly, a story of how a French insurer, La Belle Vie, devised what could arguably be deemed the worst contract in the world and distributed it to thousands of clients. In 1987, La Belle Vie introduced a specialized offering for its affluent clientele, the fixed-price arbitrage life insurance contract. Unlike traditional life insurance products, where clients allocate funds among various investment options, this contract offered a unique twist. Prices for the investment funds were published weekly, allowing clients to switch between funds at the published prices, irrespective of market movements in the interim. Keys, termed as an arbitrage by La Belle Vie, this contract essentially bestowed upon clients a lucrative opportunity. Whether the stock market experienced an upswing or downturn, clients could exploit the system by purchasing assets at last week's prices, thereby reaping substantial gains with each transaction. In the past, before the internet made everything easily accessible, buying and selling investments wasn't as simple as clicking a button. Investors had to go through brokers or visit them in person, which could take days to complete a trade. During this time, the market could change, making it risky to trade at outdated prices. Insurance companies like La Belle Vie offered special contracts to their wealthy clients in the late 1980s. These contracts allowed clients to trade investments at prices published each week, even if the market had changed in the meantime. It was like a gift to investors, but it came with significant risks for the insurance companies. As financial information became more accessible in the 1990s, insurance companies realized the dangers of offering hindsight investment terms. They started persuading clients to amend their contracts, offering them money to give up the right to trade at outdated prices. However, changing the terms of insurance contracts isn't easy, as regulators ensure the integrity of contracts. In 1997, the George family invested in La Belle Vie's known price contracts. Despite the company later stopping the sale of these contracts and trying to convince policyholders to give up their rights, the George family refused to sign new papers. They continued to take advantage of the contract's terms, carefully navigating the legal system to protect their investments. In 2012, Max-Hervé George embarked on a significant venture by co-founding Ultima Capital alongside Byron Bacciocchi. Under their stewardship, the company rapidly ascended, amassing assets valued at an impressive $1 billion. During the same year of its inception, Ultima Capital made a notable acquisition by purchasing the Sport Hotel Ruti in Gstaad, a renowned ski resort frequented by the jet set. Subsequently, the property underwent a transformative process, with the original structure being demolished to pave the way for the construction of Ultima Capital Hotel. This upscale establishment was unveiled to the public in December 2016, marking a significant milestone for Ultima Capital. In August 2019, Ultima Capital SA made a strategic move by listing on the BX Swiss Stock Exchange, further solidifying its position in the market. Throughout this period of evolution, Max-Hervé George remained at the helm as CEO, steering the company towards continued growth and success. In a noteworthy development, Max-Hervé George made a strategic decision to divest his 33% stake in Ultima Capital to a Luxembourgian investment group in November 2023. The transaction, valued at an estimated $1.4 billion in enterprise value, underscored the significant achievements and value generated by Ultima Capital under George's leadership. George's entrepreneurial ventures extended to the realm of real estate and investments, exemplified by his role as the founder and chairman of Icona Capital. Notably, by the end of 2022, Icona Capital acquired a substantial 40% stake in Swiss real estate developer Stoneweg, heralding a significant expansion in its investment portfolio. This move also marked the launch of a formidable €8 billion investment platform. George demonstrated his prowess in real estate development through the purchase of land near Geneva, Switzerland. He meticulously conceptualized, oversaw the development, and managed the construction of a commercial complex on the acquired land, ultimately bringing the project to fruition and successful launch. Subsequently, the completed commercial complex was sold in 2015, showcasing George's acumen in real estate ventures. In 2015, Max-Hervé George ventured into the luxury retail sector with the launch of the Duchesse brand. This endeavor culminated in the opening of the first boutique in Itoy in June 2016, marking a significant milestone in George's entrepreneurial journey. However, in 2021, Duchesse underwent a transition when it was acquired by the Geneva-based M3 Group, signaling a strategic move in George's business portfolio. Max-Hervé George strategically diversified his investment portfolio through various acquisitions, including a notable 20% stake in an independent Swiss private bank. Additionally, in 2021, George facilitated two pivotal acquisitions in the real estate sector, namely the acquisition of the Liffey Park Technology Campus in Ireland from BlackRock and the procurement of a former bottling plant in Spain. These strategic moves underscored George's commitment to expanding his business interests across diverse sectors. Max-Hervé George has been embroiled in a protracted legal dispute with Aviva for over a decade, spanning back to 2007. The legal wrangling, which has extended to 15 years when factoring in his parents' involvement, represents a significant and enduring challenge for George. Despite facing formidable opposition from Aviva, George achieved a significant legal milestone in September 2014 when the French Supreme Court ruled in favor of the George family. The court's decision affirmed the legality of life insurance contracts containing the known price clause, providing George with a crucial victory. However, the legal saga continues, with George currently engaged in a second phase of litigation aimed at obtaining recognition and compensation for the damages incurred. The legal battle between George and Aviva has garnered attention due to its broader implications and potential ramifications. It is estimated that around 30 other individuals are entangled in similar legal disputes with Aviva, indicating the widespread nature of the issue. Criticism has been directed towards Aviva for its handling of the known price contracts, with allegations of failure to disclose associated risks adequately. This lack of transparency has raised concerns among shareholders and policyholders, further intensifying scrutiny on Aviva's practices. In a strategic move, Aviva decided to divest its French business to AEMA Group on the 23rd of February 2021. This decision marked a significant development in the ongoing legal saga and reflected Aviva's efforts to mitigate risks and refocus its business priorities. The sale of its French operations underscores the complexities and challenges inherent in the legal dispute with George and others. Shaping Aviva's, Max-Hervé George's entrepreneurial prowess gained widespread recognition, earning him a coveted spot on the Forbes 30 Under 30 list in 2019. His remarkable achievements were further highlighted when he graced the cover of Forbes, solidifying his status as a prominent figure in the business world. In June 2020, George's entrepreneurial endeavors garnered acclaim, positioning him among the top young entrepreneurs in Europe. Reports indicated his significant involvement in transactions worth billions of euros, underscoring his impactful contributions to the business landscape. Additionally, George's remarkable success led to his inclusion in the esteemed list of the top 100 successful young individuals and the 300 richest individuals, as recognized by Swiss magazine Billionaire. By 2022, George's personal fortune was estimated to range between 400 million and 500 million euros, further solidifying his position as a formidable business tycoon. Beyond his business ventures, Max-Hervé George is actively engaged in philanthropic initiatives and holds a notable position as a partner of the International Judo Federation, IJF. His involvement in the sporting arena was prominently displayed during the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo, where he participated alongside Marius Weiser, president of the IJF. Notably, George had the honor of presenting medals in the judo men heavyweight category, showcasing his commitment to supporting and promoting sporting excellence on a global stage. His presence alongside esteemed figures like HSH Albert II and French President Emmanuel Macron further underscores his influence and stature in both business and sporting realms.